Hey everybody, this is Bryan Miranda welcoming you back for part 3 of my 3-part interview with Princess Blades. Please, if you haven't already, please subscribe to this channel and check out parts 1 and 2 if you haven't already. But without further ado, here's part 3 of my 3-part interview with Princess Blades and a journey of a California girl.
One thing that I wanted to touch on, as far as Western New York, the city of good neighbors, bullshit. Okay? I think there's a lot of good people here, but I think there's a lot of fake-ass people that are here as well. Okay? This is a very cliquey town. It's a town, okay, first and foremost, nobody's going to sit there like, oh my gosh, my dream place to move is Buffalo. Fuck that. Okay? There's a lake effect shit. Okay? There's no sun. It's very, I feel like it's fake. Okay? I feel like it's very fake. It's very cliquish, okay, within everything. But when it comes to football, everybody's like, hey, my God, go Bills, yeah, oh my God, what are you doing? Hey, come hang out with us, blah, blah. And then guess what? We ended up, unfortunately, losing, and then everybody's back to being assholes again.
Yeah.
Like, that's why I put it up on Facebook. I was like, look, no matter what, Bills Mafia is Bills Mafia, which means we're family, okay? Which means we stick together through good, through bad, through wins, through losses, and throughout the fucking season. You get what I mean? So just because it's football season, don't try to put on a fake facade, where it's like, oh my God, the Bills. It's just like, the holidays. Everybody's like, oh my gosh, fucking holidays, Merry Christmas, and then fucking
January 1st.
Everybody going back to their carry ways or freaking,
Well, that's like a lot of stuff, even like in the music business too. You see a lot of these people, everybody's together and all this shit. It's all bullshit. I'm not saying everybody. There's a lot of good musicians in town. There's a lot of good artists in town that are really cool. But I mean, a lot of the ones that try to preach the whole "we're in this together" thing are all full of shit.
I've been there with the music places. Well, I don't ever mention names.
No.
But, the whole thing is that, they're cool at first, and then
they turn.
I just want to sign them up for a psychiatric evaluation. But then it's just one of those things where I'm just like, look, we all hate being in the house all day. You know what I mean? We all hate when it's cold and our kids can't go out together. We all, there's always something that can be improved. You get what I'm saying? But it all starts with the camaraderie of the people, of the town, and what you are creating by the personality you're getting off, or the attitude, or the bitchiness, or all the above. I have no friends here. And to tell you the truth, I am fine with that, okay? Because I have tried so many times to be someone's friend and I got fucked over. You get what I mean? I'm not the type of person that does very well when I'm scammed or screwed over, or something like that. Because I'm like, dude, I just gave you my last dollar. You know what I mean? I just gave you the last package of meat where I couldn't feed my kids so you could feed yours, and I was going to find a way to do that, and feed my kids. My kids will always be fed, but I can figure it out. But appreciate it. You get what I mean? Or I have so many people on my Facebook, oh my God, don't give up Princess Blades, you can do it. So where are you at? Why haven't you showed support?
That's the one thing that I've noticed, even like on social media. Like I'll get a lot of people, try to follow you on Instagram or on Facebook, and they have like their thing. And I'll look, and the one thing is I'll take a look at how many people they're following, because I see these people, oh, come follow me, but you're not following anybody. You have 0 people you're following. So why the fuck would I follow you when you don't follow anybody else? Like you're not supporting anybody else, so why the fuck should I support you?
I mean, where it's just one of those things where it's like, I'll put up deals, and it's just one of those things where it's like, hey, just come check it out. You know what I mean? Like, here's the other thing. I had a barber that came in here. He almost got his ass whipped too. Sorry. I'm not trying to seem like or face on here, but he sat here, got his hair cut, because I was with the West Seneca Fire Department, right? And this guy came, got his hair cut. Complimented me on my haircut, and how it was really good. And then I asked him if he wanted to rebut, and he was like, no. barber's clients, you're not going to make it very far. And I told him, I was like, well, first off, who the fuck are you talking to? And second off, I don't pick and choose who sits in my chair. You know, my booking link is everywhere. You know what I mean? And I said, and third off, if I'm doing something that made your client, which was the chief at the time, okay, from the fire department, what is it called? If I'm doing something that's making them come here, maybe you might want to sit down and wonder why they're staying. So, maybe I can teach you something. But I said, but at any given time, if you and your family would like to come back, I will always be a pleasure to cut your hair.
Well, talk about, the corruption. Years ago when I did the show originally before I came back, I had a guy on the show. His uncle owned a bar out in Akron. Now, this place had big name artists, like they had concerts. They had Ted Nugent, Bret Michaels, they had fucking, a bunch, like the big 80 guys. And all of a sudden on the news, there was right by an old folks home. And the one woman that was running on the fucking committee started making complaints, got into the old folks' home's ear saying, oh, the music is too loud, you can't have concerts here. Come to find out, this woman had connections with other bars and restaurants in the area. And because a lot of the people were going on a Friday night to go see Bret Michaels or go see Ted Nugent or Rad or whoever the fuck was playing, customers were going to this place. So they used the fucking sound coordinates and the sound issues and being too loud and this and that is a reason to try to get them shut down and get their license taken away. And suspiciously, after this was the only case that she tried to go on the committee and try to, like, an issue about, and once this issue, when it was supposedly taken care of, she just resigned.
Being an outsider, okay, and with you just saying that, and I see what you're saying, there's nothing in Buffalo that has entertainment for people in the winter unless it's a bar or football. Do you get what I'm saying?
I think it's just more of the summertime they had the shit going down, but yeah.
No, but I'm saying, but there's nothing out here. You know what I mean? It's like in Colorado. We, get the dirt bikes up, and then we'll just go ride and, trail riding, all kinds of stuff, right? Believe it or not, I know I'm from California, I know I have a little troll on this and all the above, but I am the most country person. I listen to country music. I two-step, foxtrot, all the above, right? I love the country, lifestyle. You know what I mean? But I also love the rock and roll lifestyle too, because we would always go out and we'd always listen to bands. That's one thing I was talking to my husband about. Where's all the bands at? Where's any kind? I feel like people are so miserable here because there's nothing to do. You're watching reruns of Lucifer. Like, come on. You know what I mean? It's like there needs to... Okay. Kathy Local, if you're hearing this, bitch, you need to allow land to bring other type of entertainment here. Not only for children, but for adults. And maybe so many people wouldn't be out there offing themselves, or this whole sad shit, seasonal depression thing wouldn't be happening, because there's a place where they can go out and have fun. Why isn't there an indoor skate park or an indoor motocross, thing? Why isn't there anything indoor? And then you wonder why these kids are going out there killing everybody, because they're fucking going batshit crazy. And then, again, back to the mental health. There's no mental health out here. And then Bills want to sit there and be like, oh my god, ECMC has the best mental health place. Like, okay,
no, they don't.
Half of those chicks need to be in fucking, in CPAP. I'm like, what the hell's wrong with
Half the people at ECMC I've talked to too, they'll bring somebody in on like a mental health, like my buddy's a cop. I gotta be careful what I say, but there's times he's told me stories about he'll go to a case, some woman's got a shotgun in her fucking mouth ready to kill herself. They'll take her down to ECMC. 2 days later, they're back at the house, fucking same situation. What the fuck happened? Well, they told me I was good and I could go. The woman had a shotgun in her fucking mouth. And you just let them walk after 2 days? Like, what the fuck?
And that's what I'm saying. So that's why I'm like, and that's why, okay, the marijuana side of things, right? I know a lot about it. I helped set up shops in California. My dad is very heavy into it, and that's all I'm going to say about that, right? So I am very educated on opening shops, hydroponic systems, legal aspect of things, the business aspect. I'm a businesswoman. That's what I am, okay? on being incognito high. Okay? In Colorado and California, you can't talk to one person where they're like, yeah, say, you know, like, what did you order again, huh? It's like, you know, everybody lost their common sense, you know?
Going to stores now, half of them are smelling like weed. They don't know what the fuck they're doing. They're like, oh, can I help you? Like, what the fuck, dude? You're working. You can't wait till you get off shift to fucking do this?
So, what's going to happen, I'm going to tell you, because it happened in California and Colorado, right?
And New York kind of piggybacks off fucking California. Every fucking move California makes, New York State fucking follows.
And it came into the shop, I mean, we had freaking guns everywhere, we had everything, I mean, we got, you know, shop got shut down, had to pay a large sum of money, boom, everything was up and running again. It's federally illegal, but state-wise, it's legal, right? The thing is, they're going to at least get shut down at least 3 times, okay? Edibles are not going to be legalized for a while, right? Because you have to make sure, I mean, Colorado, what, 2 years ago? Maybe 2 years ago, actually can do edibles now, you know what I mean? Because you have to actually have the actual, how many calories, how much.
You gotta have everything like a regular person. Like, you have to have like a regular package like they do on any type of snack.
Exactly, because someone could be allergic to this, someone could be allergic to that. How are you processing it? You know, I mean, just it's different because you're ingesting it. You know what I mean? So my whole thing is, I'm not against it, but the thing is, then it gets boring, and then you get reckless with it, and then it gets in our kids' hands, and then marijuana is not fun anymore, and then their frontal lobe is not, you know. That is one thing. Do you see that? That should not be allowed.
Jesus.
That was bad. Okay, I would have walked it for like, ooh, I'll put that shirt on. But anyways, you know, but their frontal lobes are not, you know, they're not fully, you know, like put together. It's not, you know. And then the thing is, every shop they open, they need to open up a mental health clinic. That's how I look at it. Because marijuana affects everybody
differently, yeah.
You know, and the car accidents. Okay, I mean, you're gonna be high as hell
driving around,
and then they can't be like, oh, well, you're high.
They can't really prove it. No, it's hard to fucking.
And then that's when they want to go into heavier stuff because you know what? It's not fun anymore. You know what I mean? I mean, it used to be fun. Like when I lived in Germany. You know, we'd sit there and smoke weed, and then we thought we were cool, and we would get berries and rub berries on our head, you know, and, you know, from the bushes, and, like, go home and be like, oh, you know, we were playing on the hay bales, so our allergies, you know, so it was fun hiding it, you know. Now, it's like my son almost OD'd off of dabs.
That shit's fucking, like, toxic. I did it one time. It was, like, fucking terrible. It wasn't even, like, a fucking high. It was, like, Jesus.
I drug tested him. He had MDA.
Oh, shit. That shit's fucking terrible. Fucking well.
So I'm just saying, now, you know, they're on the psilocybin thing. Now you got people in Colorado talking to, like, stop signs, you know, and, you know, trying to take the stop sign down saying their kid won't come home. Like, what the fuck? You know
I've even heard people that have gone over to, like, Amsterdam. And this was years before fucking shit even became legal in the States. Like, the saddest fucking thing you'll see, because, like, you can go to a coffee shop and get it. You go in there, like, as a tourist, wow, this is cool, but you go in there and you see the regulars, it's just like going into, like, a bar on, like, a Tuesday. It's the saddest fucking thing. You just see these people just sitting there zoning out. It's not like, yeah, dude, we're having fun, man. It's like just some dude sitting there like...
Yeah. I'm not against it, but I feel like...
It's got to be a little more regulated.
I feel like it needs to be more regulated, right? With the kids and stuff like that, right? CBD, I do not feel is bad for teenagers, right? But if their frontal lobe is not developed, I mean, it's going to retard our generation.
Which is already happening somewhat now. I mean, I see some of these people now, like people back then were against weed. You say something negative about weed. What did you say, man? Like, yeah. I just said something about weed. I didn't insult your mother. Calm the fuck down. It's weed. Chill the fuck out.
But I mean, but the thing is, it's like, but then they're gonna grow a tolerance, and then they're gonna be like, all right, this isn't fun anymore. Okay, yeah. And other stuff. So I always sit there and say, drug dealers are a part of our food chain.
Well, that's when they started putting the fentanyl shit in that fucking shit too to get people hooked on it.
And I lost my cousin that was in the military to a fentanyl overdose, and that was the most fucked up thing I've ever had to experience because they left him in the room to die and dropped him off at the hospital. Dead. You know what I mean?
What was it? You want me asking what the fentanyl was with? Coke, heroin, or was it weed, or what was it all?
It was something, he took something that touched something.
Oh, okay.
You know, that had...
They had something out.
But the thing is, you know, they're blaming Mexico for everything, and they're blaming this, and they're blaming that, and I mean, you know, the shit came from fucking China, first off, you know, but the thing is...
Well, it's like the shit that comes here in Buffalo goes from fucking Canada.
But it's okay for you to put people on Xanax. It's okay for you to serve alcohol, right? It's okay for you to give people morphine. It's okay for you to give all these people...
all the other shit. Xanax, fucking Valium, that shit's way worse than alcohol, fucking any of the other fucking shit. I was talking with Cheetah Chrome, and he said back in the early 70s they didn't have, obviously, the education that we have now. He says back then, we took a Valium, you'd be fine the next day. 3 days later, it's still in your system. You take a Valium, it stays in your system longer. It's not like, you know, this cigarette right here, I smoke it, okay, it's going to be out of my system maybe in an hour, I have another one. That shit would stay in your system for a couple days. So they be off taking pills, drinking, doing the shit that they did in the 70s. 3 days later, you get sick, like, dude, I'm just fucking sick. I must be getting a cold or something. Not realizing it's from the shit that you're fucking taking until it's too late.
Diluted, right? And I would always go, like, if I needed antibiotics or anything, because I would get strep throat before, you know, I had my tonsils taken out all the freaking time. I'd go to Mexico and actually get, you know, antibiotics because it was a full antibiotic. But what they would give me over here, I would have to take for like freaking 2 weeks, and I take for 3 days from over there in Mexico, and I was good. You know, but no, it's like I had, they placed me on Xanax, and they're like, okay, it's, you know, super, you know, addicting medication, and I'm like, okay, so I was thinking of it like a cigarette, right? They had me up to 3 milligrams, and to the point where it's like, you know, it's not doing anything, so they fired the doctor, you know, they told me I had to find another doctor, I couldn't get my prescription, I'm like, what the hell? And I'm like, alright, so found another doctor, and then they made me sign a contract, and I mean, I felt like they were treating me like a drug dealer,
Drug addict.
Drug addict, right? And I'm like, I'm in school full time, you know what I'm saying? You can drug test me right now, you can count my pills, you can do whatever you gotta do. But I felt like they were discriminating against me because, yeah, people do abuse it, right? So I took myself off of it, and I got so sick.
And that shit's almost like fucking just like with people that are hardcore drinkers and hardcore alcoholics. Now, you could die if you stop taking the thing that you're addicted to.
So nobody educated me on the addiction part of it, right? Your body becomes addicted. So when it comes to now benzodiazepine, I know all the ins and outs about it because I wanted to learn about it because I flatlined and I was in ICU and they had to actually keep me in the hospital to taper me off of Xanax because I put myself in a medical detox because every doctor gave up on me because I was now a liability, so I fought for myself, okay? It was the hardest thing, and every time I got out of the hospital, this is before I flatlined, right? I got right back up and went to school because that was my passion. Got up, went to school, got up, and I was so, like, out of it, and they were pseudo-seizures. Pseudo-seizures is where your brain, you know, the neural network's not connecting, so your body goes into shock, right? Because it's like, oh my God, I'm missing something. Why can't I connect, you know? And I would drop, and I'd end up in the hospital again, and they would give me, you know, medication, and they put up my nose to stop me from seizing out, which is 7 milligrams of Ativan, so that it boosts me back up after I've been tapering down, you know? So it was like this, to the point where my heart gave out, everything gave out.
It's like doing speedballs.
Yeah. So me and my ex-husband were trying to figure out different ways of tapering on my own because no doctors would rock it out with me, right? And I didn't think I was going to make it. It was crazy. So there was like a water taper where you dilute it in water, you know, and you do it that way so it stays in your system longer, blah, blah, blah. But then we signed up for something called Benzo Buddies, right? And through Benzo Buddies on Instagram, they tell you week by week, day by day, this is what you're going to go through, that's what you're going to go through, and it was on point. So the group I was in...
Is this an app?
You look it up, it's on Instagram, it's called Benzo Buddies.
Okay.
Like, it's a group of people that are, going through the withdrawal or helping people with the withdrawal, right? Out of 4 people was the only one that survived down my group.
Oh, jeez.
I refused. But one thing that saved me, okay, believe it or not, was IV infusion, IV hydration, where they would give you all the vitamins and NAD. I don't know what it stands for, but what it does is it helps reconnect all the gamma receptors and all the above. And I mean, it saved my life. So when it comes to people talking about, oh, I'm all zanned out, I'll have a talk with them. I'll be like, look, bro, I almost died. But here's the thing. I almost died becoming what I am today. So that's why it's my passion. Okay? So with that being said, I'm going to give it my all because you know what? I could have been 6 feet under, but if I didn't fucking fight to become a barber or a cosmetologist, I wouldn't be here. This gave me purpose. And it is what it is.
Well, even like with the Xanax, I see people that have taken it and stuff, or people have gone off it. You could still tell they're kind of still not all completely there. Some people. No, what I'm saying, like you talk to them too, you can still tell they're kind of a little zoned out.
I mean,
even after taking it, you can tell some of them ones that were X.
Yep. So I have anxiety, I take Benadryl, Benadryl is what I use all the time, and then doctors are like, oh, Benadryl is an antihistamine. It's like, I know that, right? I do not want to, benzodiazepine, I'm good, and, it was to the point where they didn't even want to give me any. I'm just like, so you're going to sit there and turn someone,
For somebody that doesn't want to do a fucking hard addictive substance for something that's not even addictive, okay? But I'm the fucking patient here. Aren't I the one that get to control what the fuck I take?
Thank you. And I'm like, I'm not asking for a benzo. I'm not asking for...
Wouldn't you want somebody to take something non-addictive so you don't have a bunch of pillheads running around? Or is that what their game is?
I mean, the pharmaceutical department is the biggest drug dealers ever.
Then they want to sit there and wonder why there's an opiate epidemic. Well, stop fucking giving them everything, you dumbasses.
It's funny because when I was 12, I had really bad migraines, and they prescribed me vitamins. But the thing is, opioids are a pain-induced medication, right? So what happens is if you have pain and you're taking a pain medication, and it wears off, first off, you're going to get nauseous, you're going to get a headache, you're going to get constipated, and your pain's going to come back even twice as much at the very beginning. So with that being said, what happens? Now you need even more. So that's why people with withdrawal coming off of opioids have all this body pain. It's because it's a pain-induced medication.
I've always wondered that when you see guys like, fuck, my leg is fucking killing me. Like, you didn't even hurt your leg. That probably, okay, that explains it then.
Yeah, so that's why it's like, nope, it is pretty much Benadryl for me, thank you. So it's like, and you don't know what they put in their medicine. It's like I had a surgery that I had in Florida, and I flew back too soon, so I swelled up. Went to a hospital. I'm not going to name the hospital. And I had the right bracelet on saying, hey, allergic to morphine. And they put in my IV. Mind you, I was in one of those, like, little... I was on a wall.
Yeah.
And, reclining chair with a curtain. I didn't have a 5 lead on me. I had nothing on me. I didn't have a blood pressure cuff, nothing. They gave me 2 milligrams of morphine. My body would take 0.5. They gave me 2 milligrams. They had to give me Narcan to reverse it because I couldn't breathe. I mean, I was flipping out. And it clearly said allergic to
Jesus Christ. Well, where did this person come from? The same one that was teaching at the private school? They doing this with the doctors too? What the fuck?
I mean,
how do you fuck that up?
Well, it's funny because when my son got out of Children's, they gave him a lethal dose of Niazolam. Okay, that's the seizure rescue medication. The pharmacist said the dose they prescribed him, okay, okay, for one dose could kill an elephant. And she actually said she has no idea how they even got that even approved to even, because you have to enter your number, your initials and all the above several times, and it'll come up with a red X if it's like something's not right.
Yeah, something sketchy or something off, yeah.
So, no, I go down to Strong for all of my medical stuff, and that's it. Sorry. I feel like Catholic, or what is it, Mercy, there's a cross on every wall because you gotta hope to God one of those fuckers don't kill you. Yeah, I'm sorry, I'm just gonna say it. But, yeah, because I've had nothing, it was bad. I mean, they put me, my blood pressure kept dropping, and they didn't know why. So they put me on the comfort floor, which is the hospice floor. My nurse came in, didn't introduce herself. She's like, I hope that fucking lady dies and she's getting on my damn nerves. She's like, hi, I'm so sorry. She's like, this, woman,
You just wish for somebody to die. What the fuck is wrong with you?
Right.
Who says that?
I mean, it was bad. It was so bad.
Well, it freaked me out. All right. Well, real quick before you get going, I just want to thank you again for being here. I got us a quick group of questions here. It's called the hot seat. Just a group of questions, quick 5 questions just to get to know you a little bit better. All right. Question number 1: Biggie or Tupac?
Fucking Tupac.
Why?
I just feel like his music made more sense.
Have you ever cut a famous person's hair?
Yes, I have.
Who, if you don't mind me asking? Come on.
Yeah.
Who?
Well, I'm going to post this video, right? So, maybe not famous, but famous in famous ways, but, okay, next question.
Okay.
I'll tell you why afterwards.
Okay. If you could cut anyone from the Buffalo Bills' hair, who would it be? What Buffalo Bill do you want sitting in your chair?
So I'm not starstruck, first off. Okay, they're average people to me. Okay, they breathe, they bleed. I mean, they have to sleep, all the above. So whoever decides to sit in my chair, I would gratefully cut their hair.
Okay. What kind of music do you listen to in your shop?
I listen to everything from rock to, what is it called? Tupac, Diggy Graves, Suicide Boys, country, frickin' Metallica, AC/DC. I mean, you name it, I listen to it. So I'm very diverse when it comes to music.
All right, last question. In 5 years, what do you hope to have accomplished having your barber shop? Is there any main goal you're hoping to strive for?
I want to be known as a person that people know they can go to get quality, actual care. Being a down-to-earth person and knowing that I'm real, you know what I mean? And feeling the difference. Like when they step into my shop, it's like they're coming into a whole different, dimension. You know what I mean? They could chill, talk, be themselves, know they're not in a judgmental environment, but just feel comfortable and not feel rushed and feel like, hey, this is family. You know what I mean?
All right. Well, Princess Blades, thank you for joining me today.
I appreciate you so much.
All right, thank you. All right, everybody, that's it for today. I really want to thank everybody for tuning in on our 3-part special. I again want to thank Princess Blades for joining me on the show. It was a lot of fun, and I definitely will be stopping in the shop really soon. Everybody, make sure to like, subscribe to this channel. Make sure to do good others like you do to yourself. I'm Bryan Mirando. See you next time.